So South Africa has just rejected a request from the United States to attend the final ceremony of the G20. Now, you have no idea how happy I am to hear that. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me explain. So the United States is a member of the G20, which means that whenever there's a G20, we expect the United States to attend, right? The same as South Africa. We know that they're going to be there. There's a seat for them there in the G20. Now, ever since Donald Trump came into power, he always had problems with South Africa. And when that Afrikaner thing came out, he used that as an excuse to attack South Africa, even saying that he is not going to attend the G20 in South Africa. Now, the president of South Africa even went to the United States, to the White House, to plead with Donald Trump. He even begged him on video in front of everybody and said, Mr. President, we wish and hope to see you in South Africa for the G20 so that we'll pass on the baton to you, because the United States is hosting the G20 in 2026. And then Trump said, okay, it's fine. We're going to send our Deputy President, J.D. Vance, right?
Next year. I won't be going this year. It's in South Africa. I won't be going. J.D. will be going. Great Vice President. And he looks forward to it, but no, I won't be going to that.
Which is perfectly fine. A lot of people do that. They send a delegate or the deputy president or somebody, which is expected. Now, if you're hosting the American leadership, you need to make sure that you protect these people. So a large amount of resources is always set aside to accommodate them, because these guys have enemies everywhere. These guys have started wars with everybody, assassinated people all throughout, right? So if you're hosting them in your country, you need to be careful. You need to make sure that you have enough security, enough of everything. So South Africa did that. Up until last week, we were expecting that J.D. Vance is going to be visiting the country for the G20. Then boom, out of nowhere, Donald Trump came out and said, actually, we are boycotting the G20 summit. We are not going to go. Bad things are happening in South Africa. South Africa is a shithole country. We are not going to get involved in that. We don't care whatever they're going to be discussing over there. And we warn them, don't even make a declaration. Just talk about your nonsense over there and then get it done with. So what did South Africa do? It pulled out all of those resources which were being reserved for the Americans and then used them to all the other leaders. You need to understand there's so many people who have arrived. You need to know where these people are, what are they eating, where are they sleeping, their security, their travels. There's a lot of resources that is going to be used, that is being used right now. So South Africa pulled all those resources and then used them on all of these other leaders. Then the United States realized that this thing is happening with or without them. Leaders of the Middle East have arrived in South Africa. Leaders of Asia are right there in South Africa. South America is there in South Africa. Europe is there in South Africa. So even without the United States, other leaders are coming in, and they realize that the declaration is going to happen. So we heard from Keir Starmer saying that there's no one who's opposing a declaration. Cyril Ramaphosa came out and said that we are just dotting the I's and crossing the T's. So a declaration is definitely going to come out.
Africa has to be much more valued and recognized in the G20. And now, thanks to South Africa, this is the first one to be organized on this continent. So for me, by itself, this is a game changer.
That's when the United States came out and said on the last hour, on the very last minute, I think it was last night, and say, wait, actually, we are going to attend.
We have received notice from the United States, a notice which we are still in discussions with them over, about a change of mind about participating in one shape, form or other in the summit. So the discussions are still ongoing.
But we'll only attend the final ceremony. Here are the people that we want you to take care of. Make sure they're well fed, make sure that they're protected.
I saw the South African president running his mouth a little bit against the United States and the president of the United States earlier today, and that language is not appreciated by the president or his team.
And South Africa said, no can do. We're not going to do that. We're not going to break protocol. We had the whole year to cooperate and prepare and make sure that your people are well taken care of. And then you kept changing your mind. You even said that the deputy president was going to come, and then you changed your mind. And then you said you're no longer going to come.
America chose to boycott the summit. That's their choice, and that's their prerogative to do so. But what cannot happen is a breach of protocol being forced down our throats. We are a sovereign country. We will always engage with other countries in a respectful and considerate manner, as we've always done, particularly with the U.S., considering all the challenges that we've had to face in trying to reset that relationship. However, in this case, one must also give consideration that you have more than one country. It's the G20 plus the AU plus the EU. Therefore, we can't then bend the rules just for one country. We need to respect the countries who have been part of the process, who've worked tirelessly to make sure that this G20 is a success that it is now, even with the adoption of the declaration.
So we're not going to have people running around trying to find a driver, trying to book you a room somewhere over here or over there. We're not going to do that. Better luck next time. So I am so happy to see that South Africa was able to stand up against the United States of America. Now, there's going to be a price to pay because you know Donald Trump, he throws tantrums. And this is embarrassing to the United States. So definitely he might do something in retaliation. But South Africa is no longer exposed now to the United States. Now, the trade between South Africa and the United States used to be at around 6 to 7%, and then after the tariffs, it has probably dropped down to about 4%. So we're no longer that exposed that the United States can really hurt us. And AGOA has expired in September, and South Africa is no longer receiving a lot of aid from the United States anyway. So isn't a lot of ways that they can hurt us directly. So I think that's why the South African government right now is able to just say no to the United States, in which many people don't even know how to do that. Even Europeans don't know how to say no to Donald Trump. But South Africa has said no to Donald Trump more than 3 or 4 times in the past 2 weeks. So this is amazing to see. Now, if this is the first time that you're coming across my videos, please go and follow me. Look for me on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. And subscribe to me over there. And I'm going to keep giving you breaking news regarding everything that is going on in geopolitics. And from me, Mr. Chibase, I'm going to see you there.